Hi everyone, today in this video we are going to create 3D rotating logo animation. So in this tutorial we are going to create 3D rotating logo in After Effects with no plugin, no extra plugin. Okay, this is what we will be creating. Is it? You can see Apple logo rotating 3D in 3D space. So if you are ready, let's jump to our After Effects and start doing it. You can see it here. It is just here. Okay, to do that, let's start by creating a new project like this. Okay, let's save this one. Let's call it logo. Okay, now let's create a new composition. You can see, let's call it Apple logo. Okay, so you can see the width and the height. Okay, leave it like that. 30 frame, you can see 10%. Okay, after that there is another one here. Look at 3D render here. Choose Cinema 4D. Just click on it and go to OK. Now let's start. Let's bring our logo. This is our logo. Okay, put it in the timeline here. You can see the logo here. Okay, go to Effect, go to Layers here. Highlight the layer here. Go to Layers. Look for this one, Auto Trace. Okay, yes. Go to OK. You can see it has traced everything in the logo. Now what else? Press M. You can see you have two mask path. Okay, now let's go back to layers here. Let's create a new shape layer here. You can see it, shape layer here. Okay, now expand it, go to add here. You can see add here, add a path. You can see in our Apple layer, here, you can see we have two mask path. Okay, and here we have one path. So two mask path corresponding to one, we have to add one to it. So when we trace the logo, you got two mask path. So in case you trace the layer, you got 5 maps. So in this shape layer, you have one path. You have to duplicate it to the number to correspond the number of mask paths here. Okay, let's duplicate it. Press Ctrl D. So now we have 2 paths corresponding to the mask path here. So let's expand the two. So what to do is the first one, click on the first one, copy and paste it. You can see this stopwatch here. Paste it on the first path. Come to the second one, Control C here, Control V. Okay, now after that, just let's hide this one. Okay, you can see here we have our logo here. Okay, now what next? Okay, the first layer 1 here, let's make it 3D. You can see the 3D here. If you are new to After Effects, watch this here. This is where you make it 3D. Okay, let's make it 3D. You can see it here. Okay, next, let's close all this. Let's close this one. You can see when we made it 3D, this one added here. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, let's put it off. You will see the transform. You will see there is under the transform, there is only transform here. Okay, now let's add the 3D again. You see we have geometry options. Okay, expand the geometry options and come to the exclusion depth. Make it 75. Okay, now we have a 3D layer. We already have a 3D layer. Okay, let me show you what I mean. Now let's go to transform. You can see we have Y rotation here. So let me rotate it. Let me show you what I mean. You can see it is rotating in a 3D layer. Okay, put it in 0. Let's go, let's add something. Let's add a fill. Okay, come to the add here, add a fill. Okay, now you can see we have a fill to our logo. Now let's change the color of the fill. Come here, you can see fill options here. Change the color. Let's choose white as shown in the first video. Okay, now let's go back to our transform and let's rotate it. While rotation, you can see we are rotating it, but it's not too sharp because there is no shadow. Okay, now let me show you how to add the shadow. Okay, now let's go to effect. Let's go to layer, layer, new, and add light. Okay, you can see in light here, just leave everything and just choose spotlight and leave all in the default. Okay, now click OK. Bam, now you can see our logo is ready. Let's rotate it and you see the logo. Okay, now we have our Apple logo. Okay, now what next? They are almost done. So let's add a text. Let's say Apple logo. Change the color here. Let's make it blue or red so you can see it. Okay, you can see our Apple logo here. Let's make it white. It's better. I think white will be better. Okay, you can see Apple. Let's make it capital. Okay, you can also change the font here. Changing the font you want. Let me see this one. Okay, so now we have our logo ready. Now let's keyframe it. Let's add the movement. So now go back to the layer, shape layer 1, go to transform here and click on the Y rotation, take it back to 0, keyframe is here, this one. Okay, now take it to the end of the timeline and go back to this one and make it 1. Okay, so now our rotation is ready. You can see it is rotating now, but it's too slow. So it depending on your machine power or your PC power, I mean, you will see how it will go. So now let me reduce the speed. Let me add the speed, I mean. So take the keyframe here and put it near here. So in this one, it will render faster. Okay, let's see our logo. So this one is one color. You can see you have only one color here, only one color, which is white. But in case you have a multiple colors in a logo, how are you going to do it? But using the same technique will not make the logo multiple colors. In case you have multiple colors, this technique will not help you. So if you want to know how to do multiple color, watch our next tutorial in this. So if this is the first time you are here, please subscribe to our channel and also leave comments and tell us how we are doing. Don't forget to like our videos. Thanks for watching, and let me show you how to get this video. To get this video, go to render or file, export, and add it to Adobe Media Encoder. If you don't have that one, if your graphic card is not up to 2 or 4 gig, this one won't work. You have to add it to render queue. So this one will render even if you don't have any graphic card. So let's add it to Adobe Media Encoder. This one will just finish it now. Okay, where is it? We are waiting for you. Okay, you can see it here. Let's choose our path. Let's take it to videos, Apple logo 1. Okay, I have one there, so come here and render it. This one will take less than 2 minutes to render. As I said, depending on your computer speed. You can see it is going. Okay, it is done. It is done. So let me show you the video. Let's go to our videos. You can see we have them here. Okay, let's play it. This is the first one I showed you, and I hope this is the second one. This is the second one here. Okay, the one we just did. You can see the speed. This is why it is speeding. Let me show you. This is why it is speeding. You can see where the keyframe is. The keyframe is just here. If you move the keyframes somewhere here, the speed will reduce the speed. So let me render this one too, so you know the difference, what I mean by speed. Okay, here we have another one here. Let me call it 3D logo. Okay, let's go to videos, 3D logos, render. You can watch the process here. You can see the process here. You have the time, remaining time is 5 minutes, but I know it will be less than 5 minutes. So hurry up, hurry up. Let me pause it, and when you finish, I'll just continue the video. Okay, now it is done. Let's go back to our video. Okay. It's the video, the new one. This is 3D, this one. Okay, you can see the speed here is slower than the first one, which is this one. But the speed, okay, and check this one too. You see the speed. So it is all the speed is on the keyframes here. The closer it is to the first one, the faster it is. When you put it somewhere here, it will be slower than being here. So thanks for watching. See you in our next lesson, which is colored or different colored or multiple colors logo design in 3D space. Bye.